You ready to get political? So I asked you all yesterday, what topics are your least favorite that I would talk about? So there's a lot of interesting responses. I'm going to go in order and talk about them. The first one was from Ryan. Least interesting, politics. Hear way too much of that on a daily basis. So here we go. Now it's time to have a political talk. Here we go. So how are you doing today before we get into this sensitive issue? Honestly, I don't care about politics. It's not something that I follow, not something that I really care about. Although, you got to think about it. Everyone should care about it because it does affect you. Whoever is president, whoever is running for president, whoever is in office, their actions, their decisions, and the people who are in power are the people who control you, essentially, and what you're able to do. So it is important, but at the same time, it's not something that I really focus on. Now, I can't say I really know how all this system works and everything. I really don't follow it. I am not even a voter. I've never voted in any election. It's not something that I do that I'm interested in at all, really. Now, I would say I do have certain beliefs, and, I don't think that there's any politician. I remember saying I'm only going to register to vote if there's a politician that I would, agree with and that I would want to vote on. And honestly, that's not going to happen. Why is that not going to happen? Because every politician is a liar, is a fraud. It's just the ways by which that they do it. Anyone who, like for example, the previous election, Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton, anyone who believes that Hillary Clinton was the amazing one that was so much better than the competition, honestly, that's just a bunch of lies. And then on the other side, anyone who believes, Donald Trump is so much better in this and that way, again, that's also a bunch of lies. I think that there's certain parts of each person that is better. Like there's definitely things that perhaps Donald Trump did that was so much better. And there's perhaps things that Hillary Clinton did that was so much better. But again, I'm not interested. I'm not going to vote. And ultimately, I really don't, honestly, in full honesty here, I don't think that my vote even matters at all. I know you say every vote counts, every vote matters, but not when it's manipulated. And that's how I see it. There's already a predetermined outcome of who's going to win. Again, you can get even more controversial. It's like, why was Obama president when, what's the whole controversy about him? The birth certificate, right? Not being born in the United States. I don't know the answer to that, but what I do know is that what they presented was not his actual birth certificate. What they dissected from it, they determined that it was essentially a copy from someone else. So all that fraudulent activity happens. It does, and these people get away with it. Like if you or me did that activity, we would be in jail for the rest of our lives for the amount of crimes we've committed. Every single politician's done it, every single one. Hillary Clinton would be in jail for the rest of her life. Donald Trump would be in jail for the rest of his life. Joe Biden would be the president. I just kind of said he'll be the president. Oh, I hope he's not the president. I hope he's not. I really hope he's not. He'll be in jail for the rest of his life. Bernie Sanders would be in jail for the rest of his life. All these people would be in jail. So, again, I don't follow it. I don't agree with, most of the stuff. And not only that, they don't really fulfill their promises for the most part. They say one thing, but they don't do it. Now, certain people do certainly do more. Certain politicians do. I think, something that I do very much approve of is the fact that Donald Trump got rid of the medical expenses. Like if you don't have medical insurance, you don't have to pay a fee. You used to have to pay a fee. And for someone like me, I don't need medical insurance really. I really don't, because I don't, with the exception of the endocrinologist I see once or twice a year and the prescription I get once a month, my medical expenses are non-existent. Now, of course, there could be an accident. There could be something that happens. But I'm not a sick person. So if I'm healthy, you know, and even my primary care doctor, they're calling me up saying, you haven't been here in like 2 years, you just scheduled an appointment. I'm like, I'm not interested. I have no reason to go to you at all. So, there you go. We talked about politics. At the end of the day, again, at the end of the day, I don't care. It's something that does affect us. But, you know, it's not something that I personally have control over. Nor do I want to control over it. So, that's why I don't vote. That's why I'm not registered to vote. I can have my own opinions and beliefs and whatever. And that's just that. It's just opinions and beliefs. So, if I ever were to vote, it would probably be always a third party. People you don't hear about, people who probably have better views than, you know, the Democrat and Republican. Because I'm neither. I'm not a Democrat, I'm not a Republican. All they do is just viciously attack one another, like the Democrats right now trying to impeach the president, even though there's no evidence to support most of their claims. And just think of all of your money that's going towards funding their lies, essentially. So I don't approve of that. That's just a bunch of complete lies. I think that they should all be released from their duty, released from power, and set to retire, such as that old woman. Oh, anyway. So that was all for the politics. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you agree or disagree, you know, I'm sure there's people who disagree. I don't know. I didn't really give any sort of thing like I approve of this person, because I don't. Please don't assume that. But anyway, that's all for today. I want to show you something absolutely nuts. Okay. You probably know what I'm going to show you. Oh my gosh. Again, Tesla. Look at that, Tesla. Where's my mouse? Tesla. I notified you of this early yesterday morning, right here. This sucker, right here. This sucker was $885. Right here. This was yesterday before the market opened. I'll just read you the time. February 3rd at 7 a.m. Over the course of the day, it went up, it went up, it went up, it went up. Market closed, you know, by the end of the day, it was 780. So it went from 650 to 780. That's $130 in one day. But not only that, do you see this? Do you see this right here? Between, 4 a.m. this morning, okay, 4 a.m. February 4th this morning, it went from 770. Actually, let's see. The close was 803. I should say 800. This sucker went all the way up. The market hasn't opened yet. It will be soon. Went up to a high of, what's that? $908. That's all I gotta say. Literally $140 since yesterday morning. $250 it's gone up. If you're not invested in this thing at this time, I don't even know what to tell you now. I mean, it's pretty much easy money at this point. I mean, this is just absolutely insane. And if we look, let me show you. Here's how it is each and every day. You see that? Look at that skyrocket. And this isn't even accounting for today yet, because it only shows the market. Let's just do the 4 hour. There we go. And now it's going to show $908. But let me show you this. Look. The low right here. Let's go a little further back. Okay, right here. It says $209. This was around August. Okay, let's just say September, the very beginning of September. It was $224. Then it went up to $908. Again, if you have not invested in this at this point, it's kind of, I don't know what to tell you. Because that is just, you see how nuts that is. I've never seen anything that go that crazy. We also have to remember, whatever comes up must go down. Such as, let me show you. Let me show you. Such as Beyond Meat. Yes, very, very popular company. It started out as $45 on May 2nd of 2019. And look at this. Look what it did. It went all the way up to almost $250 in, what is that, July? 2 months. 2 months, it went up 5 times the value. Okay? And when it went up, and then look, it plummeted. And then now it's actually going a bit back up here. Although now it's mostly going down. So, yeah, so it could go down, the Tesla stock, but I've never seen anything just that crazy. I mean, you saw that. You saw how crazy that was. So I'm just kind of watching it. I have a little bit in there, but not too much. And we'll see how that goes. Oh my gosh. Anyway, if you know anything about that, let me know. And yep, I'll catch you later. So we switched it from politics to the stock market, didn't we? That can be its own video. Politics and stocks, maybe this should be called. Anyway, you take care. I'll catch you later. Have a good day. Bye-bye.